combo is a perfect use, so we are going to use it as a super. We have like 5 categories. Super is going to be I always use. It depends on the situations, because some of the skills will work for some marshes and some of them will work for other marshes. Neutral is uh, like average, and good is going to be good. Also depends on the marsh, but not going for the best marsh. Bad is some people using this as in third marshes, for fourth marshes. Fail is you will never use it and it never works for me. So combo for me is super. And in the next star of knowledge skill, it's going to be constriction. Constriction is a good skill. Maybe it's super good in like the early game, season 1, season 2, but after that you will change constriction because you will have a good artifacts. So for constriction it will be only good, because if you have lots of KVK and blessings of Trust skills in the first 2 seasons, you will not use concentration anymore. After that, at level 25 we have chase. I still use it on my fire marsh on Empress Hu, and I will never change it. It will stay there forever. It deal lots of damage depending on the critical damage, so yeah, I like it. At level 26 there is a magical shield, and I have never like opened the magical shield or unlocked magical shield. So for like the magical shield here, it's only going to protect just one immortal as a passive, and it's going to have 30% reduction for the magical damage. So I see this as no one has ever like used this skill or needed to use this skill. So I will put it on fail, because this skill here only going to protect just one immortal, and we don't need this. We need like some skills to protect lots of immortals, like Jade Barrier for example. But we're just only going to talk about the skills that with the purple color. We have Chaotic Blade. Chaotic Blade is like neutral. I'm not going to say bad, because we used Chaotic Blade when Loki has appeared, because Chaotic Blade has the effect that's going to increase the Loki chances to make confusion. But after Blade of Vortex has appeared, everybody now ran for Blade of Vortex. And the damage coming from Chaotic Blade, also there is a skill similar to Chaotic Blade called Garrot. Also Garrot going to be neutral. Because you may use Chaotic Blade and Garrot for third marshes. I'm not going to talk about fourth because I didn't even build my fourth marsh. So let's get back into the game. So here we see Chaotic Blade at level 26, and Garrot is something here. I'm not using these skills on my third marsh. I'm using these skills on random immortals in my fourth marsh. At 27 we have Absorb. I don't like this skill, even though it lifesteal. It only lifesteal, doesn't deal anything else, with 55% chance to lifesteal. So I will count Absorb as bad, but I've never seen anyone using this except in season 1. Some people was using this on Elizabeth to keep like life stealing a lot with her ultimate skill, but right now no one is using this even in season 1, so we can count Absorb as fail, but I'm going just to use it as bad, not fail, because I don't want to like give this a bad rating, because it has been helping lots of players using Elizabeth in the Earth Marsh. Anger and Physical Shield. Let's talk about these skills when we check the graph here. Anger, I'm still using Anger, and I'm using Anger sometimes in my main marsh alongside with combo, and also I can't remove Anger from my like fourth marsh, so third marsh. I'm using Anger on my Jankies. So if I'm going to talk about Anger in the current situation, I'm going to put it in good, but Anger always help me alongside with combo, alongside with Blade of Vortex when I need to one-shot at immortal. So Anger always help me with 30% physical damage. Anger on Alex, anger on Kublai, anger on Hippolyta, anger on Jinkies, even on Hannibal, anger on anyone that deals physical damage on Sign Duke. Lots of uses for anger, so it's going to be super. For the physical shield, it depends on the situation, but sometimes you don't need physical shield. Sometimes you use physical shield as a counter for anger, but it is not super because sometimes you just need like physical shield for some cases, like in front of some mixed marshes, some like earth marshes. Even though I want to use physical shield as neutral, but I'm using this skill and I'm keeping this skill. I will never reborn it. The skills in neutral, sometimes I need soul crystals, so I reborn them. Anyway, sorry. We have Fighting Master at level 28 and Heavenly Thunder. For Fighting Master, especially for everyone that using Earth Marshes against Earth Loki and doesn't have Fufei, Fighting Master is a must, and I'm using this on my Charles. I'm using this on any immortal that I want to protect him from the CC, any control from stun, silence, or confusion. Even in my mixed march, I'm using Fighting Master on my Hannibal. So I will keep it in super because this skill here is insane. Heavenly Thunder. For Heavenly Thunder, I really use it versus Gnomes, and it was super good for the mixed march when mixed march appeared. It doesn't fit in neutral because it has lots of changes. It's going to be good because it deals a magical damage even though it works with normal attacks. So I always use it on my Alex, and it triggers on two random nearby enemy units plus the immortals that has the normal attacks. So I use it on Alex because Alex deals lots of normal attacks with Rapid Artifact, or on Hannibal with Rapid Artifact, and it works versus some marshes that has low magical magical defense, because always all the player stack physical defense, not magical defense. So it will be good. It doesn't fit in super because this skill has very low situations. It works in my Gnomes setup and maybe in the Infernal Assault setup, but it doesn't fit as in main marsh. But all of these skills here works perfectly in the main marsh. At level 29, let me switch here. Level 29 we have Defense Blessing, Toxin Nova, and Afterimage. Let's first talk about the blessings. Every blessing here is good, but for the blessings, it was good for the mixed marsh, and some of them doesn't really work fine in other marshes. So defense blessing and speed blessing are going to be neutral because defense and speed are going just to be used once or twice, and after that you will never need them again. Like, you will never need them again. Or maybe speed blessing is going to be good in some situations, so we will use a speed blessing as good, defense blessing as, this is not speed defense. Okay, let's go back here. Defense blessing, I believe it's going to be neutral, while speed blessing is going to be good. And we have two other blessings, rage blessing, war blessing. I still use rage blessing and war blessing in my main fire march, so my fire march have lots of blessings. So rage blessing is going to be super. Also, I'm using rage blessing in my Gnomes setup versus Titan Tolla, and also versus the Time Rift Breaker. So rage blessing maybe going to be used as 90% of my usage for the purple skills. And war blessing here is going to be good. Only defensive blessing is neutral. Why this? Because when I face mixed marshes, I always use Oaken Guard. When I face fire marshes, I always use resist. Sometimes I need defense alongside with Oaken Guard, or defense blessing alongside with resist, but defensive blessing alone to be in the mixed marsh with Oaken Guard. but just defensive blessing doesn't have any effect at all. Back to the game, we have here, and we had defensive blessing, we had Toxin Nova and Fire Nova. Both of these skills were good at the season 1, season 2, until you unlock like Spell Disintegrator. After that, you will never use these skills. Maybe you can use these skills in third marshes, but I will use them as neutral, not good, because it has like a low percentages compared to when you unlock Storm Eye after that, and you can unlock Annihilation, Death Breath. You can use lots of skills way more better than Toxin Nova and Fire Nova. Both of these skills I was using on Empress just for the continuous damage, but I don't need these skills anymore, so it's going to be neutral alongside with After Image. But After Image doesn't really have a good effect, just so let's get back to the graph because we don't want to miss anything. For the graph, we have, as we said, Novas going to be neutrals, and After Image I said it's going to be bad. But even though I use this skill alongside with some skills like Misleading, you can use also the skill that unlocked as like Epic skill, but I'm not going to talk about the Epic skill right now. So After Image, no one has used this skill as in main march. I'm not going to use this as Fate because I used this skill a couple of times, but right now everybody has a high accuracy, so the game need to put more accuracy into the game. Sorry, more dodge values into the game, because After Image now doesn't have any effect with the accuracy, with the amount of accuracy in the game. At level 30 we have Adrenaline Rush, we have we already used Garrett, we has been used Fire Nova, so we have Iron Will and Adrenaline Rush. Let's talk about Iron Will first. Iron Will is going to have less damage inflicted and received if controlled during the battle. So this skill only going to work if you are controlled. If you are not controlled, you will receive normal damage, and you have going to receive 30% reduced damage taken just if you have control. So this skill is a fail for me. Adrenaline Rush going to give you like every normal attack going to give you chances to gain energy. I'm not using this skill on my main marsh. Sometimes I use this skill on a Charles because his shields way faster than the usual, and this skill doesn't fit in my main marsh. Even though if I used Fire Marsh as my main marsh, I sometimes use this Adrenaline Rush on Hebo, but Hebo right now with the corrosive power, Adrenaline Rush doesn't fit in my main or second marsh, so it has been thrown into my third marsh. But Adrenaline Rush versus the Titan Tolla is necessary for me, versus the Time Rift Breaker is necessary, so it's going to be used as good. After that we have Will of Angels. Will of Angels, when you receive damage, there is 7% chance, only 7% chance, I don't know why 7, restoring HP recovery to your unit that has lost the most troops power. The recovery rate is 300%, but 7% chance is going to be fail, because this is never going to be happen in the future. So sorry, Will of Angels, no one I've seen in my life is using this skill and has made any recovery. There are like blue skills, that common skills are way more useful and heals a lot than this. We come to level 38, we are going to see War Blessing and we are seeing Demon Body. For War Blessing, we already used it on the graph. For the Demon Body, when you receive damage, there is 7% chance. I don't even want to continue the description. When I saw the 7% chance, sorry Demon Body, here we go to fail. No one is using this. We have only 3 like skills remaining: Absolute Defense, Sacrifice, and Duel Master. For sacrifice, let's start with it at level 33. For Tower of Knowledge, after the battle starts, increase the damage of two random immortals by 15%, but reducing your damage by 15%. This is fine if you are using this skill on a support or a defensive immortal. And also have a 15% chance of increasing your initial energy by 100. Has never happened to me, the 15% chance, but an aura with reducing your 15% of your damage but increasing 15% of two immortals damage. I use this skill currently in my farm marsh, but this is going to be good. Wait here. Good, not going to be super, even though I'm thinking about using this in neutral, but it works for me right now and I like it. We're going to talk about Duel Master. After the battle starts, increase your physical attack by 50%. This is good, and also it grants immunity to wound, so you will never suffer from wounds and you will always heal. And this is going to work for my Alex. It was perfect on my mixed marsh, but right now, with the help of my other marshes, also with the game of Athena or the appearance of Athena, everybody now is going to ignore the wounds effect. So Dual Master is not going to fit in super, it's going to fit in good. Lastly, Absolute Defense. Absolute Defense was fine, like in neutral. Sometimes I was using this skill against the Titan Toll alongside with Lifelink, and I believe in season 3, season 2, I was using this skill alongside with Assist on Cyrus, alongside with Empress Wu, because it blocks some damage coming from Empress Wu. We still have some skills remaining. Let's switch into the game and talk about it into the game. At level 41, we have Deadeye. After the battle starts, you have 75% chance to make your attack unavoidable by the enemy for 12 seconds. This is great, and this is good if you have low accuracy, but no one has low accuracy. Everybody now has more accuracy than everything else. By the Lord Talent, by the equipment gems, by the Dragon Talent. This skill here made when they didn't publish so much accuracy content into the game. So this skill is fail for me, even though I have reached like level 50 of Tower of Knowledge and I didn't even try to unlock it or test it because I have never suffered from my attacks has been dodged a lot, even though if my opponent was using misleading. I used Shatter because your normal attack here have 35% chance to disable enemy shields. The chance is low, and also it disabled the enemy shield, the enemy that you are targeting. So if I'm using Alex in front of my Charles, is going only to disable Charles shields. If this skill disable all the Marsh shields, this skill here would be good, even though I'm not going to use it as in super rating. So this skill here is going to be fail also as well. And level 45, during the battle, healings you receive are increased by 30%. This is going to be fail as well. And finally we have two skills. When receiving critical hit damage, you have 10% chance to be immune to all critical hits in the next 6 seconds. Without any hesitation, this is going to be fail. Intimidation, every normal attack has 10% chance to cause intimidation, dealing physical damage and applying root effect for 6 seconds. This is rooting lots of immortals, but with 10% chance, this is a fail skill. I've saw someone that's using this skill and it has never worked for him. I didn't even have any curiosity to unlock it, even though I have lots of soul crystals to test these skills. I had the curiosity to test Shatter that disables shields, but I wasted my gems. I wasted my soul crystals, not gems. So I want my soul crystals back, but I'm not going to reborn it right now because I don't need them. But anyway, that's all for this tier list, guys. I hope you enjoyed with me this funny tier list. Tell me your thoughts if you have seen any skills it is not in the right position. And thank you all for watching. See you soon.